Another day, another lesson. Sorry I was AWOL yesterday, but I was a little bit hungover from debaucherous fun on the weekend. You know, I had to recover, so anyway, my brain and my body went up for it. But we have another lesson, and we need to take time out to have fun and let loose and, you know, footloose and fancy fresh. So we're back, and we're going to be very subdued, very calm. I'm going to try anyway, although my energy is feeling a bit more subdued today. So it's quite windy outside. Autumn is here, and we're seeing out the last 4 months of the year, and it always makes me very reflective as the days get darker and the weather cools down. And yeah, I like this time of year, but it's also, at the moment, it's feeling a little bit of trepidation or something, just maybe the way the world is, and just, you know, worrying about personal things and all that stuff. So yeah, it's sort of helpful to turn to things like this, books like this, with helpful information, helpful wisdom, you know, little nuggets of something we can sort of take with us into our days. But anyway, let's go for gold. Yeah. Okay. Detachment lesson 108. Detachment never means being rude or dismissive. Yes. Yes. That's true. Some people can get that twisted. All right. For some, the idea of detachment may be elusive. It's a word that's more common in some circles than others. When I first heard the term, I assumed that shunning others was a reasonable way to express detachment. No, I had no idea that it was actually an act of love. I thought criticism might fit with the idea of detachment. But seeing detachment as allowing a person to be who he or she needed to be without interference, without being judged or put down or ignored, were all very new ideas for me to incorporate. Actually, yeah, and I've been there too, and I've thought, oh, just completely cut people off and out. You know, if you're, I don't know, it could go both ways. Like if you're feeling slighted by someone, you cut them off, cut them out. But it depends who they are and what they mean to you in your life, and whether or not you're suffering on a daily basis as a direct result of them, or as a way of your thinking or your perspective or your trauma or your wounds. But of course, then there are the people who are absolute and, you know, who do seek to cause devastation and destruction in your life, and then you have to physically, spiritually, emotionally, etherically cut the cords and bye. It was nice, but, or no, it wasn't. What wasn't nice actually? Bye. Thank you, but no thank you. But this form of detachment is an act of love, as she says, because it is proving to yourself that you can still love someone and not be so fully immersed in their world or their problems, especially if they creep into your life and become a problem for you in a way that's unmanageable. Yeah, you don't have to be a rude bastard to someone saying, you're causing me problems and I think you should do it this way because your problems are becoming my problems and blah blah blah. No, yeah, you don't have to get, you know, interfering, you know, with their lives. But yes, and you don't have to be about, you know, putting up boundaries and helping them see that there's something that needs to be worked on there that you can't do for them, that if they want to be in your life, they have to work on that themselves. Anyway, yes. But I am incorporating them and my life is being transformed. What a pleasure to make the decision to refrain from criticizing others for who they are. Yeah. I can't say I succeed 100% of the time, and who does? We're human. But I am adding many moments of peace to the world I inhabit by the many times I choose to think a thought that pleases God, rather than one I might have chosen to think before being introduced to the principle of detachment. Initially, letting others be, without comment from me, is truly an act of will, but in time it becomes an act of choice. The benefits are immeasurable. Giving up being rude simplifies our lives. Letting God direct our thoughts simplifies them even more. It is God's hope that we let others be. That's detachment. And again, I have to preface that word, God, higher power, source, universe, higher self, whatever form you might deem as a source to let go your fears and worries and stresses to, and let it handle itself, without you over analyzing, overthinking things, and then just creating more drama and chaos than you need to. Whatever concept, whatever word you attribute to that principle, that line of thinking. Man, I was just thinking, it's a really bad habit of mine, but I can get lost in the comments sections of videos and posts online on social media or on YouTube, just watching everyday people or bots or both at war with each other about opinions. I'm sure if I haven't said it before, people's opinions, when they're really like, I'm right, you're wrong. I mean, I see this on the left, on the right, and it fucks me off. It really, really pisses me off. This is where I need to detach. Because people are going to have their bloody opinions, whether you like it or not. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, like an asshole. Everyone's got one. And they can continue that bullshit warring with each other, get my point across. Hear me, hear me. I mean, I'm doing it now, aren't I? I'm getting my opinion across to you. But I'm not trying to war with you about it. You can disagree with me or agree with me. I don't care. But just watching people back and forth with each other online like it's the most important thing in the world. Guys or gals, one day you're going to die. It's not even going to matter. Your opinion's going to be gone, right? Maybe a paper trail, a digital paper trail of your bullshit's going to be online. But, at the end of the day, are you having fun arguing? Okay, some people do get a kick out of it. Their egos love a bloody argument with someone. But I don't know. There's the morbid curiosity of me to watch other people's opinions playing out and they're warring with each other. It's a weird reflex. Like, why am I looking at this? Why do I care? Maybe I care because I'm witnessing how people's consciousness is interacting with each other, and where are we at as a society? We're still doing this bullshit? Okay. We have a problem, Houston. We're at war with each other all the bloody time over everything, whether you're bloody, carnivore, keto, vegan. I mean, the whole diet wars put me off bloody everything. Now I just, I eat what my body tells me to eat. Sometimes that's junk. And sometimes it's like wholesome, healthy food. But it's none of anyone's fucking business what I do with my body and how I choose to nourish myself or how I choose to indulge. So why are we getting everyone involved in everyone's business? There's always going to be conflicting opinions and research, paid for by who? I don't know. Who's profiting? Someone's ego? A company? Whatever it is. I'm sorry, I'm really ranting. I'm on the soapbox right now, but it does irritate me. People are worrying about all this bullshit. Really? How many more years left do you got? You don't know. You want to spend the time bullshitting yourself and everyone else and having this back and forth nonsense? What a waste of time. I've just proved the point. I need to detach from that bullshit and let other people do their thing. Just do your thing. Bye. Have fun. I'm gonna find other ways to spend my time that, you know, mean something beyond infighting, and you know, live my own life, and I'll let you live your own life. You can make your own mistakes, I'll make my own mistakes. I choose my things, you choose your things, and you know, maybe we can still interact in a loving way whilst respecting each other's boundaries and space, and you know, our own opinions, our own beliefs, without fucking killing each other or you know, making each other feel like a piece of crap. It's an idea. Anyway, I'm gonna go and detach from that soapbox anger. And yeah, anyway, sorry about that, or not sorry. Yeah, it's just my asshole opinion. All right. You know what I mean though, right? I'm come from a place of love. Okay. Love you. Bye.